What's up,
Long
my
time coming here, brother.
What's going on, man? How are you doing?
Pretty good, man.
You ready?
Excited. Very excited. So we've got a very fun show for you guys here. We've got three wonderful contestants tonight. We have Top Badge Masterpiece, Top Badge Uma B, and Top Badge Winda, all coming on here tonight to see how they know their knowledge in movies. So if I can get the contestants to go ahead and request the box, we'll get the show started here, and I'll tell you guys how this all works. Very excited to have everybody here. This is going to be a very fun show. Can't wait for everybody to be a part of this. This is going to be awesome. All right, let's see here. We got our first contestant here. We got Masterpiece coming in here.
Masterpiece first. All right.
Masterpiece, hello.
Hello.
What's
Good
up,
to
man?
have you on the first featured show. Thank you so much for being here. Now we just need
Oh, yeah,
to
King.
the other two contestants here, and we will be.
What's
good
going
to
on,
go.
brother?
Happy to be here. Happy to be here.
Another
It's good to meet
question.
DG, your boy, over at Live Fest.
Got Winda.
Awesome. Winda.
Hi, Winda.
Winda,
Hi.
hello. Thank
How are
you
you guys?
so much for coming on the show.
No problem.
Very, very excited to have you here. And we need, last but obviously not least, we need Top Badge Umabi. As soon as she gets the box requested here, we'll get that up and running. But, until then, how's everybody's night's been so far? Another Monday in the
Good.
books, as they say.
Definitely another Monday.
That's right.
Well, I heard that.
Case of the Monday.
I have heard that one before.
A case of the
Spent more time in traffic than anywhere else today.
Oh.
It
You
took
gotta
me
love that
an
one.
hour and 40 minutes to get home today.
Oh no.
Yep. It was about to school the first time was only about 30 minutes, but then back from school was like 45, and then to school the second time was like an hour 15, and back from school was like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, that just sounds fantastic.
Yep. Holiday
You.
traffic in the city.
Oh.
Is that what it is? Because
No,
it's getting
thank
on Friday it took me 2 hours. I'm like, I don't know what it is, but it was never been this bad.
Yeah, I think a lot of people took the whole week off and traveled on the weekend, and then during the week, and it's only going to get worse as the week progresses and more kids get out of school.
Oh, yeah,
Less
that's
bus
always
and
Yeah.
school traffic,
Just
but
watching
more
all
like
that is just
family.
fantastic.
There we go.
Hi, Yuma.
Hey, MB.
All right, I'm here. I'm
I
here.
said last but not least, Top Badge Umabee's in the building. Thank you very much for coming. All right, guys, so let me just break down the rules for you really quick here. So what we do is, Creature and I, we go on the internet and we look up movies, and we're going to talk about these movies, and then after we talk about them, we're going to score these movies. And how we score them is how the critics on the internet score them on a scale of 0 to 100, and how the online internet audience also scored that movie on a scale to 0 to 100. Whoever's the closest to the score gets a point, and then they get to pick the next movie. The only rule about picking the next movie is that the other two contestants have got to be familiar with the movie. They may not have seen it, but if they're familiar with it, it counts. You get 3 strikes. If they're not familiar with the 3 movies, we pick the next movie and we keep it going. And then we're going to do that for 45 minutes, and then at the last 15 minutes, we go into the rapid fire round. We stop talking about movies and we start scoring movies. So then this gives everybody an opportunity to get back in the game and win the game. Lots of people have won it in the rapid fire round. Whoo, Creature, that was all in one breath. Did I miss anything?
I'm just amazed by how you got that all in one breath. I'm just saying,
Oh, God, I thought I was going to pass out for a second.
Do you think, just, you know what? Y'all pay attention to your favorite person here, because I'm telling you, at the end, you will be surprised how quick somebody can come back and win this. We've seen it happen many a times.
So in other
Absolutely.
words, Winda's going to lose because she doesn't know movies.
You would be, you know how many times we've heard that in that person? has won the show.
I'll be the first one out.
Oh, nobody's out. We're all in this together, all the way to the end. Nobody gets out.
That's
All right. So, are you guys have any questions before we start? All right, let's get this show on the road here. I got this first movie for you. This is one of my all-time favorite movies, and I thought since we've done it so many times before the show is featured, it'd only be appropriate that we started the featured show off with it. We're talking about Disney Pixar's original classic, Toy Story.
I knew it was
All
coming.
right, here's everybody good with Toy Story? Awesome. So we're going to start with Masterpiece. Masterpiece, what do you remember, or what is your favorite scene from the movie Toy Story?
I mean, there were so many. I think for me, it was Woody befriending Buzz and them working their troubles out and moving on in their little relationship instead of going their separate ways.
That wasn't flying. That was falling with style. I like it. I like it. Great answer. All right, so here we go. What do you think the internet critics scored this movie on a scale of 0 to 100?
I think internet critics probably scored Toy Story. I'm gonna say like 65.
Okay. And what do you think the internet audience scored this movie on a scale of 0 to 100?
Say 78.
All right, Winda, what do you remember from Toy Story?
I haven't watched cartoons in about 10 years, so.
Well, here's a good thing. This movie came out in 1995, so that's way past 10 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pushing 30.
Mhm. I really don't remember much about the Toy Story except for Buzz Lightyear because it's my nephew likes to run around with that stupid toy for some reason.
Okay, there you go.
I like it.
See, that's how you tie it back in, no? That's exactly how you tie it back in.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think the internet's critics scored this movie?
A lot of people love Toy Story for some reason. So I would probably say it's about an 85.
85?
A what?
Okay. And
85?
85.
All right.
Mhm.
And what do you think the internet audience scored this movie?
Let's go with about an 80.
All right. Uma B, Toy Story. You got a friend in me. Shout out to Randy Newman. What do you remember from Toy Story?
I remember Mr. Potato Head was always getting in trouble with Mrs. Potato Head. And I remember it was just so cool to see toys come alive and talk because we've all been children and we all swore up and down that's exactly what they did. So I'm pretty sure we were all like, I knew it was real. So I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, this was a good show. I'm surprised at the score you guys are giving. I thought, you guys would say, the internet rated it higher and the critics rated it higher. So I'm going to go higher, of course.
What do you think the critics gave it?
I want to say the critics gave it like an 85 because the graphics were on point, the storyline was amazing, and I think the audience actually went higher, like a 97.
All right. To infinity and beyond.
See, and a lot
You
of
are a toy. You are a child's plaything. I always love this movie because you guys, this is always a great one.
Too.
The internet
I
critics
think the
gave
Yeah
this
Boy is
movie-
more the kid than the kids.
When Toy Story 4 came out, I was like, this isn't for you. This is for us.
that part.
This is for me.
The internet
I
critics
didn't even know they
gave
had
this
4 of those
movie
movies.
a 100%. The audience gave it a 92%, giving the first point to Uma. Uma, welcome to the board.
I brought my A game.
All right, now you get to pick the next
select the
movie.
next movie.
Oh, I have to pick a movie now?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can, or you
Sure
can defer
do.
to me.
Or you can always pass.
DJ
If you want to pass, you can always pass.
Nah, I would love to know what people think about Shawshank Redemption.
Oh,
Good movie.
one of my favorite.
Everybody familiar? All right.
Mhm.
I
Okay.
am.
Let's
I
go.
remember
Never
when
watched it,
Andy
but I know it.
Dufresne first came to Shawshank. He was a very scared man. All right, so let me ask you, why Shawshank?
Gosh, there was so many. First of all, the storyline was great. It was original. It was unique. Everybody love a prison story. Have we seen Love After Lockup, Love During Lockup, Love Before Lockup? Like, come on. Everybody loves a prison story. So that was a great
Orange
movie.
is the New Black. Have you ever watched that?
Orange is the New Black, right? So I thought, the fact that they put it in the prison system and then just the storyline too. Everybody loves a good suspense mystery, and it was ahead of the times back then. I would think the graphics not as great as Toy Story or whatnot, and it was relatively easy to film because it's in a prison system. We're kind of in the same place day in, day out, except for the ending. So I think it would fare well.
I like that. All right. What do you think the critics scored this movie?
I want to say 90.
90?
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you think the audience scored it?
I think they're going to go a little bit lower than the critics. I think they're going to go like 85.
All right. Okay.
All right, masterpiece. Shawshank Redemption. Morgan Freeman. Who doesn't like a movie with Morgan Freeman in it?
Right? I mean,
Can't go
he,
wrong.
and for a while there, he was trying to get a little bit in everything, knocking him out year after year. But no, I agree. It's a classic prison film. The only one the other one that comes to mind for me is like in the same category as Green Mile in terms of character development.
Movie.
And I think because of the character development and the emotional connection, I still think that the crowd would score a little bit higher than the internet reviewers, the movie critics. So I think for the critics, I would go like an 85.
Okay.
But then
How
for
about
the audience, I think they were probably closer to like a 93.
All right, Wenda. What do you remember from The Shawshank Redemption? Came out in 1994.
I never watched it.
Oh.
I've
Homework.
never watched it. I mean, I've heard
Homework.
of it.
All right, on this
obviously,
show, when people haven't seen a very popular movie, we have one word that we
Homework.
always say. Homework.
but I mean, I have heard of it. I mean, I do know it's a prison movie with Morgan Freeman, but I don't know. I just never really felt like watching it. So I know very little about it, but I do know it was extremely popular when I was graduating high school. So, because I graduated in '95, so it was, it came out right when it was. Yeah, so
Date
that's just
yourself.
pretty much. Yeah, I mean, literally, it was like a year before I graduated,
You look like you graduated in 2006. You're lying.
right?
I'm right there with you. When I graduated in '97.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
05, baby. 05.
All right. So what do you think?
it was really popular when I was in high school. So, are we going with what they voted back then, or what they voted now?
It's more now than then, but I think they do add some. It depends because we use multiple different websites, so it's always different criteria.
Okay. I think it's still an extremely popular movie, even though it is, the age that it is. So I'm going to go with probably about maybe 89%
For the critics?
for the critics. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And for the internet trolls, the internet trolls, I would probably say about maybe 91. Bonus.
Okay.
Mhm.
Right. Tight one over here, DJ.
I'm going to give you the critics' consensus on this movie before we get the scores here. The Shawshank Redemption is an uplifting, deeply satisfying prison drama with sensitive direction and fine performances. The internet critics gave this movie a 91%. The audience gave it a 98%, giving the point here to Winda.
The one that hasn't watched it.
What did I say in the beginning?
Mojo.
What did I say? People who don't watch movies sometimes win this show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cinema Score. I am your host, DJ Your Boy. This sexy bearded man next to me is Creature, my co-host. And on this show, we talk about movies. We figure out what the internet audience and the critics all scored this movie on a scale to 0 to 100. Whoever's the closest gets a point and gets to pick the next movie. Stick around because in about 30 minutes, we're going to have the rapid fire round where we stop talking about movies and we start scoring. Winda, one breath. Let's go. What's the movie you got for us there?
Pretty Woman.
Pretty woman.
Woo, Richard Gere. Woo-hoo.
Not Pretty Woman. Let's go.
Pretty Woman.
Julia Roberts. Hello. All right. So, why Pretty Woman, or what's your favorite scene from that movie?
Now you got the song stuck in my head.
When she, the song is one of them. When he shows up with the flowers and and gets on the car and climbs up, and like I pretty much almost know that whole movie completely. So it's actually one movie I know very, very well. When she's eating the strawberries, when she gets caught, when he thinks she's doing drugs. The whole movie is really captivating. So
I love that. That's a great answer. All right. What do you think the critics scored this movie?
that movie till this day is still extremely popular. So I think that still has very high scores. Those are probably still all in the 90%. So I'm going to probably say about maybe 92, 93. Let's say 92 for the critics and 96 for the trolls.
92 for the critics and 96 for the trolls.
I like how you call them trolls. I like that.
I'm not against it.
Yeah, the internet trolls always,
The trolls.
All right, Uma, what do we remember from Pretty Woman?
The most famous scene everybody knows when she went shopping and they turned
Oh,
her
yeah.
back.
Rodeo Drive, baby.
Big mistake. Huge. And that was, I think every little girl wanted to grow up and do exactly that because we're petty like that.
Mhm.
Right? We're petty like that.
Oh, my Lanza, I wasn't going to go that far. You said it. All right. What do you think the critics scored this movie?
I think we're going to go lower on this because even though it was a great storyline, and yes, a lot of people remember it, and Julia Roberts and the laugh and all of that, I think they could have found some fault with different things with the directing of the movie. So I think that the critics would probably give it like a 85. And I think the trolls would go harder because, at the time, Julia Roberts, they really didn't care for America's Sweetheart. So I think they might go with 75.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Oh, so you're saying the trolls are trolling?
Oh.
Huh.
Nice
Trolls be
and
trolling.
low. Definitely trolled them on that
We'll do
one.
that.
Yeah, the internet trolls can be vicious sometimes.
They can be. You never know which way they swing. I'm telling you.
Masterpiece. What do we got?
I mean, what comes to mind for me more has always been like Roy Orbison's performance of the song Pretty Woman. I've seen the movie once. It was a long time ago. That being said, I I don't know. I find that the more emotional, romantic the movie, the greater the spread between the critics' observation and the audience. I think so. For me, I think the critics probably gave it somewhere around like an 87.
Okay.
87.
And
Right.
what do you
But
think the audience gave it?
I think that audience of trolls, I think they were probably more around like a 94.
94. All right. I'm sorry about the background noise. My dog decided to devour his food right now. I am so sorry.
Dude, his dinner time over here too.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Let me read the consensus first here. Pretty Woman may be a yuppie fantasy, but the film's slick comedy, soundtrack, and casting can overcome misgivings. The critics gave this movie a 65%.
Oh.
The audience gave this movie a 68%, giving the point to Uma B.
Your choice, girl. Up to you again.
All right, we got
Uma, back again. What did he got for us?
Yes.
we gotta go with you either hate it or love it, but the Titanic. Let's go there.
Yeah.
Say what?
Titanic.
I mean, I like the fact that they like, I don't know, if you want like a small dog that don't grow, like, you know what I mean, that's it. Emoji J.
Hey,
Pull
full
up then, bro.
disclosure.
Thank you.
There's plenty of room on that door.
That
Yeah,
literally
I
was
wanna
going to be the
vouch
first
for
thing I was
my
going to
daughter.
talk about.
The fact
That was
it
my
doesn't,
whole
you know,
thing. I
grow,
watched it as a
you know,
kid, and I'm
gonna
like, why didn't he
work
just
too
stay on there with her? Makes no
Here's
sense.
the other thing. You want to know the crazy? You want to know the crazy thing? You want to know a crazy theory that I heard about this? Is the part where she tries to grab him by the hand? She's like, Jack, wake up! And his fingers kind of like pry off, and he sinks to the bottom. If you're dead, you don't sink. Your body still begins to bloat, so you start to float. So he was
Use
technically
him as
just
a
passed
float.
out, and she was just like, "See ya."
Yeah.
To me, they all would have died anyway. They were in freezing cold water, man. Like,
Except for the guy. This is a true
thermia
story.
was kicking
This is
in.
a true story. Before we get any further, I want to say this story because it's incredible. There was a guy who was drinking 140 proof whiskey the whole night, and he got into the water, and because he was so drunk, he had this whiskey blanket on him that saved him, and they pulled him out of the water. He was blacked out drunk when they pulled him out of the water, but he survived
Because he was drinking so much liquor.
because he was drinking 140 proof whiskey.
God almighty. He didn't
He was
know
like,
he
if
was
I'm gonna
on
die, I'm gonna die drunk. Is basically what he said, but he didn't die.
Another win for alcohol. Just
He didn't know that
Okay.
he was on the ship.
All right, we got sidetracked there. I do apologize. Uma B. Titanic. What's your favorite scene?
the favorite scene was when they cleaned up Jack, and had him come to the rich people's side, and he had dinner with them, and just seeing all the elegance and all the food and the people dancing. It was like, wow, you kind of was like, because we don't really grow up right now in a decade of elegance, and back then it was a decade of elegance. It was really cool.
Thank God you didn't say the fogging up of the vehicle. I'm just saying. That's my. That's
That was kind of cringeworthy because they're like children, so it's kind of like watching children make out. And I was like, nah, let me just bathroom break. It's just bathroom break.
The hand on the window. All right.
All right.
What do you think the critics scored this movie?
Gosh, there was so much hoopla about this movie, but actual movie critics, I could see them giving high points for the timeline, paying attention to the history, the clothing, the costumes, the storyline, the history. So I'm going to go a little high. I'm going to go like with a 92. I'm going to give it like a 92 with the critics. Yeah.
All right.
And what do you think the audience scored it?
Again, I think a lot of people were mad she couldn't move her butt over and make room for Jack. So I think that pissed off a lot of people. So we're going to go with like a 74. 74 for the critics.
Oh, no.
I love the thought process.
That's what
Yeah,
gets
no.
me.
No cursing.
Tyler Vampy.
All right, masterpiece. What do you remember from Titanic?
So I tell this story sometimes because I saw Titanic in theaters the first time, and I was subjected to it a couple of other times after that. But I remember about
How many
halfway
girlfriends
through
have
the
you had
movie-
that take you, masterpiece?
Yeah. Or just put it on and I'm doing other stuff and hearing it in the background because all right, so at the theater, I actually walked out halfway through and tried to ask the manager for my money back on the ticket because they were taking so long getting about the ending that we all knew was going to happen. Like we all know the story. It's not like we get halfway through and we go, maybe they're all going to survive and the ship's not going to sink. My favorite moment was when the ship finally freaking sank because we all knew it was coming. They drug it out almost 3 hours.
That was a long.
I wanted my time back. But they wouldn't give me any of it back. So I think I remember that the audience liked it more than the critics. And so for the critics, I feel like they may be down like around 79.
All right.
But I definitely think that the critics were hard on the ending, but as far as how much they liked the movie, that could have been maybe more like an 85.
Oh, you're talking about the people 85?
The people, yeah.
Okay.
The audience.
All right.
All right, Wenda, what did we take from Titanic?
I did think the ending was kind of cute where, when she passed away, they get to the boat and he's at the top of the stairs. That really was probably the cutest part of the whole movie. I'm not a Titanic fan, mainly for the same reason. I'm like, girl, scoot over, let your man on. You don't let your man die, which you're a ride or die chick, okay? If you ain't a ride or die chick, get the hell away. Sorry, guys.
Oh my God, I love
it. So for my purposes, I'm going to give it, as if I'm the critic, I'm going to give it a 65. And I do think that the people did give it a little bit more because, girls are sappy for some reason. I don't know why. Girls like to be sappy. I'm not one of them. So I'm going to say about 71 for the internet trolls.
The internet trolls. All right. I love the internet trolls.
Mm-hmm. He's going to start calling it the internet troll in the future shows.
A classic story
it could
of the pride goeth before the fall, the Titanic.
We've been on a 90s tear right here. We had a movie from 95. We had a movie from 94. We had a movie from 96. And now we have a movie from 97.
Staying in the 90s, huh? Okay.
The critics gave this movie an 88%.
Interesting.
The audience gave it a 69%. Giving another point to Uma B. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cinema Score. I am your host, DJ your boy. This is my bearded co-host here, Creature. And what we do is we talk about movies on this show and we score them. If you'd like to be on it, please hit up my admins. We've got Emoji J.
Yeah,
we've got Vampy, and we've got Micah. And Uma B, back to you.
Well, I'm just killing it today. All right.
You are killing it. You're killing it.
Let's switch it up. Let's make it funny. Let's make it funny.
All right. I love funny.
Let's bring a little ethnicity into it. Let's go with Friday.
Oh, yes. Love that movie.
Friday.
Just like the Las Vegas Raiders head coach, how you going to get fired on your day off?
We top flight, Craig. We top flight of the world.
Now that's Friday after next.
Oh. Okay, no, we gotta stick with the original Friday.
You wanna
My
do the
bad,
Friday?
y'all. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Don't-
Yeah, bye, Felicia. Bye, Felicia
Felicia. There we
is
go.
Friday.
All right.
Okay,
All
so
right.
bring it back. What do we remember besides, not that scene that's not in that movie?
I know, right? That part with Felicia was what the part with
Craig.
Felicia, the part with the I can't
Craig.
with the soiled undergarments. Y'all remember that part? When he was sleeping.
Devo's nasty drawers. Look at me saving myself on my first featured show. Woohoo!
Right. You made it. You made it to the feature show. Look at us, Mom. Okay.
We did.
Wow.
We here.
Critics,
We
I
made
don't
it.
think they would really care for this. That
Look,
was so
Bob,
funny.
no hand. Look, no hand.
I'm gonna say the critics went hard and might have said like 75. But I think the opposite for the trolls. I think they ate that stuff up. So I think they were gonna go with a 90. 90 for the trolls, 75 for the critics. They're like, what is this?
Not bad. I like those are some good scores. This is primo Price is Right territory right here. All right, Masterpiece. What do you think?
Well, I mean, you bring up Friday and often reference that movie to educate people on how 420 came to be known as the perfect time to smoke out.
Right.
partake.
And what that quote was it's the perfect time. It's after school, but before the parents get home from work. It is that perfect time to go out on that porch. So I'm pretty sure that the critics did not like this very much. I'm going to go pretty low on this one. I think maybe like a 67.
Okay.
But I think that overall the audience, especially by now, it's gotten a pretty solid cult film following. So I'm going to go like 82 on the Trolls.
Okay. All right. Just don't wear your
All right.
chain out on the porch.
Wendy, you know what happens when you play with my money?
Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions.
I am probably one of the few people that can tell you that I really don't like that movie. I actually do not like any of the Friday movies.
Okay, everybody has their own opinion. It's no big deal.
If it was for me, I would probably give them a 20 both ways, but it's not my choice because I'm not the critic. But critic-wise, I would probably say maybe let's go with like 67, and then the internet trolls. Let's go with 82.
You can't do that.
I'm just guessing.
Right.
I'm throwing numbers.
You can't do that score. That's Masterpiece's exact score. You have to change
That's
one of the
exact-
numbers.
Okay, so let's go with oh hell, eeny meeny miny mo. 85, I guess. I don't know.
No, that's
I
perfect.
didn't even
That's fine.
listen to their scores.
That's what we're here for. Y'all don't have to pay attention to that. That's what we're here for.
No, that's exactly. That's why I have a beautiful bearded co-host.
Masterpiece, you and me agree. That's an 80 something.
Yeah, it's an 80 something. It's
Somebody
in the low
in
80s.
this group right here almost is what we like to call hit the mark. And if you hit the mark, that means you nailed it. And somebody almost nailed it. And you're going to find out real quick.
I'm gonna take a guess.
Critics gave this movie a 76%.
Nope.
The audience gave it a 91%. Almost hitting the mark. Once again, Uma B going strong here.
Respect on my
Killing
name.
it. Hey, don't y'all leave. I'm telling you. Wait till the rapid fire round. I'm telling
Coming
you.
up on that. We got about 2 more talkabouts, and then we got the rapid fire coming up, and anything can
That's
happen
correct.
then. Trust me on this one.
Uma B.
At this point,
Next
Uma's got it going. So, what do you think, Uma?
All right. Let's go way back.
Ooh.
Let's go way back out of the 90s, going into the 80s. Let's go to the beach. where it's nice and calm until there's Jaws.
Ooh.
I love it.
Mhm.
I love it when a
Is
plane.
that the 80s? Was it in the 80s?
I thought that was 78.
Well,
I
78.
think
Yeah,
it was in the 70s.
born 78.
Pretty much that come near.
75. 1975.
75.
We're
Okay.
gonna
Okay,
need,
yeah,
we're
I
gonna
think
need
it's
a bigger
70.
boat.
We're good. That was my favorite scene.
Actually, you know what? That's not the line. This is the Mandela. It's not we're gonna need. It's you're gonna need. You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Because he saw Jaws and then his cigarette fell out his mouth. He
Yeah,
backed
he's like,
up.
All I can hear is
Gonna need a bigger boat.
We're gonna need a bigger boat.
Dun, dun.
I mean,
That's all
that
I
was
can hear
a
now.
cult classic. I mean, to this day, people still make movies around Jaws. That should have had and then the graphics back then, it was, next level for them in the 70s. So that got a rate very high. I want to say the critics gave that like a 95, and people too were with it, and they got to be up in the 90s. So I'm gonna go with the people gave it like a 90, and the critics gave it like a 95.
Going the UKCs.
What do you think, Masterpiece?
95 and then 90. All right.
I mean, yeah, I definitely still, imitate Jaws in the water playing with the kids. I think the critics like this more than the audience did. But I don't think that it got that high a rating even now for that movie. I think we're down in like the low 80s, maybe like 81 for the critics,
Okay.
and then 75 for the audience.
Oh.
What? I missed it, DJ.
75.
75. Okay.
All right, Winda, what do you think? Or what do you remember?
It's one of my favorite.
What do you remember from the movie?
It's one of my favorite rides at the theme park when you go to Florida. The
Universal
Jaws.
Studios in LA. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm from Florida. So when you they have it. I haven't.
You have
been
the
to
bigger,
LA,
better,
but
badder one.
Florida-
Man,
Yeah,
East Coast,
so,
baby. East
Um,
Coast.
I think that the ride is better than the movie, and everything they came up with afterwards. But again, what I remember is the weird ass outfits, but it's from the 70s, so they got the clothes, the hair, Anyway, so on the rating itself, I mean, the movie is from the 70s, so if we're going where they kind of over time have changed the ratings on it, I would probably say maybe 89 for the critic part of it.
Okay.
And pretty close. I would keep it pretty close for the internet trolls. So let's go with. Did somebody say 92, 93 in there or not? I don't know what somebody else
No,
said.
you can say those. No, but
Okay.
you only have to. You
All
can't
right.
have both numbers. One number can be the same. Two numbers can't be the same.
I know. I just want to make sure. So let's go with 92.
92. All right.
That's a bit of a Prices Right. That's our first Prices Right of the evening
That's
right there.
a close one right there, DJ. I see that. Yes, sir. I like it. I like it a lot. You know what I mean?
Somebody hit the mark on this. Well, not the full mark, but somebody hit one of the numbers here.
Uh-oh.
The critics' consensus on Jaws is compelling, well-crafted storytelling and judicious sense of terror ensures Steven Spielberg's Jaws has remained a benchmark in the art of delivering modern blockbuster thrills. Critics gave this movie a 97%. The audience gave it a 90%. Somebody hitting the mark there is Umabee.
Killing it.
Babe, I'm killing
All right, I
it.
think we got time for one more
Yeah, I think-
movie here before we get to the rapid fire round.
All right. You know what? Let's for those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic medium, and that's what I do for work and on streams. So I like the woo-woo world. So let's kick it back to the woo-woo energy. M. Night Shyamalan, Sixth Sense. Sixth
I see
Sense.
dead people.
Yeah. Yeah, that little kid was weird, but yeah. Made a whole movie about it.
You put some respect on Haley Joel Osment's name.
Sure. So my favorite part of that movie was the ending. I don't know who in here did not see it, so I'm not going to give it away. That's kind of weird if you didn't see it, but just the ending, to know that all of that was not what we thought it was, blew my mind away. It was I like movies like that could just challenge the way I think and get me to see it in a different way. So that was wild. And I think a lot of people are going to appreciate that ending.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the critics, it was different. M. Night, he brought it. I think he pleased a lot of critics. I say the critics are going to give it like a 95. And I think people were blown away too. So they're right behind the critics. I say the people are going to give it a 92.
95, 92. Sound like a
All right,
Cadillac.
Masterpiece, what do we remember from The Sixth Sense?
Definitely seeing dead people. The girlfriend that I was with at the time was a practicing Wiccan, and she also
Seeing a
experienced
theme here. I'm seeing
connections
a
with
theme
seeing
here.
dead people. So the movie itself, I saw so many times I can't even count. I fell asleep listening to the theme song as it was playing in the living room. I definitely would go in favor of the critics. The critics probably gave that like a high 80s, like an 88.
All right.
And the audience definitely liked it more. I'd say like a 91 or 93.
Masterpiece, if you ever have a show about your past dating chronicles, I would watch it. I just want to let you know.
I would too. I'd want to learn about all these.
You can
I am
just come in
intrigued
here,
by the
all
lore.
kinds of stories.
I am rather intrigued by the lore of Masterpiece's dating history, but enough about that. That's for another time. Winda, what do we remember from The Sixth Sense?
So I'm not Uma. I'm mean. I'm gonna tell you all they were dead.
I feel like it came out in
I'll tell you the
99.
ending.
I feel like the statutes of limitations have passed on this one.
Uma's nice and doesn't like tell people the ending. Me, I'm the mean one. Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Oh my god.
So I'm gonna tell you a little joke about this movie. When I moved to Texas, I moved to a part in Texas that is 95% Mexican. Okay, 95%. That means only 5% of the population is everything else. 5% is everything else. Okay, so my kids and my niece move, and of course they see no black people in the whole area. So for like after 6 months living in this part of Texas, they see one black person, and they come home and go, "Mom, what? We saw black people." But they said, just like the little kid said, see dead people. And I was like, kid, you can't say that.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
This is a featured show.
So,
Mom.
yeah, that's my story about that movie and how I associate it.
See,
So with
there's
that
your
purpose,
Shyamalan twist right there.
So with that, even if little kids can remember little parts of the movie, it means the ratings have to be very high because kids are very blunt and very honest. So more than adults. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have my own feature show. So
Featured show, right?
I actually do think these. I actually do think these got really. That one really did get high scores on it. So on both of them, I'm going to put them somewhere in the 90s. Let's go with 90. The critic 94.
94.
And then with the people, the trolls, 97.
Okay. All right. I see here. DJ, we got a kind of a tight one right here, buddy.
Not bad. This one's closer than most of them.
See.
The critics gave this movie an 86%.
Uh-oh.
The audience gave this movie a 90%. Putting them on the board is Masterpiece. Unfortunately, Masterpiece,
Get in
you are
there,
on the board.
Masterpiece.
But we now are in the rapid fire round, so you don't get to pick a movie.
Hey, check in.
You know
DJ.
what?
I had
I'll let you
all
pick
kinds
you know what I'll do
ready.
now? You know what I'll do? I'll let you pick the first movie, but then we're just going to score. We're not going to talk about it. And then we'll
Check
take
in.
All right, fair.
for the next ones.
Do your check in, brother.
Fair. All right, I've got one. I think
Masterpiece.
might.
Hold on 1 second. DJ, do your check in, brother.
Oh, yep. Welcome to Cinema Score. I am DJ, your boy. Welcome. We'll end the show. What we do, we talk about movies and we score movies on a scale of 0 to 100. We've actually made it now to the rapid fire round where we stop talking about movies and we just start scoring. If you'd like to be on the show, please hit up my admins, Vampy, Micah, or Emoji J. Shee! All right, Masterpiece, go ahead. What do you got for us?
All right, let's go with the very harshly critiqued original Clerks.
Clerks. Love that movie. Not one movie has made it out of 1990s. Every single movie's been in the 90s this entire time. All right, Clerks. What do you think the scores were for Clerks?
I think for the critics hated Clerks, so we're gonna go down in like the low 60s, like a 62.
Okay.
But the audience, it's developed quite a solid cult following over the years, and I would say the audience was at least like an 88.
88. All right. Okay.
All right, Winda. What do you think the scores
I've never
are?
seen that movie. I've heard about it, but I've never seen it. It sounds really weird.
It's
with
basically
the name,
just Jay and Silent Bob.
Okay, so since it has a weird name, let's just go with the 70 and 75.
70,
'Cause I don't like
75.
the name.
I
I don't like the name.
Winda's like,
I
I'm trying to come
haven't
back and
seen
win
it.
this. Let's go. Let's hurry this up.
Yeah, I haven't
Homework.
seen it
She's
either, but I'm gonna guess. I haven't seen it, but I know about Jay and Silent Bob, so I'm gonna guess that the critics probably gave it a 60, and then the fan following probably gave it an 80. I'm gonna guess.
All right. Okay.
Critics gave this movie a 90%.
Wow.
The audience gave it an 89. Another point goes to Masterpiece. All right, Creature, what movie do you have for us, my brother? What do you got?
I tell you what, I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna start it off, and I'm gonna take it back. And I'm gonna go with E.T. baby. E.T. E.T. phone.
We phoning home?
Aw, that
We
was
phoning home?
cute.
Phone home, bro. Phone home, bro. Come on. Don't leave me hanging.
E.T.
Don't leave me
phone
hanging,
home,
Creature.
baby.
Phone home.
Phone home.
Phone home. I got you, Winda. I see you. I see you.
E.T. phone home.
Nailed it. All right, so this goes to Masterpiece. E.T. What do you think the scores are?
E.T., I think, is a well-loved movie, so I think the critics probably gave it at least like an 87, and the audience trolls, they loved it. I think they're high 90s, 96.
96. Let's go.
All right, Winda, what do you think?
I actually am going to say 96 for the critics and 98 for the trolls. This is a very popular movie.
Yeah.
96, 98.
96, 98.
Got you. All right.
I'm
I'm
gonna be strategic and say 100, 100.
100. Let's go. Okay. All right.
She's throwing it out.
Let's get there. And she said, let's do it.
Let's do it.
She knows how the show works. That's how it goes. You know what I mean? You get in there.
You're not going to believe this. We have a tie.
Get out of here. No, I don't believe it. I'm just telling you.
The critics gave this movie a 99%. The audience gave it a 72%. So check this out.
Wow.
Witness
The
said
audience gave it that
96,
low?
98. Witness said 96 and 98. So that's 3 and 26. That makes 29. Uma said 100, 100. So that's 1 and 28. That makes 29. So they both get a point.
All right. Y'all both
All right,
get
Creature, what do you got for us next?
Let's go with straight up Jurassic Park, baby.
All right, we're going to go on Winda. You go first on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a Jurassic Park fan, but I do like the Jurassic Park gift on here. So if anybody wants to throw it to all of us, we're more than welcome to take 5 of them. Just saying. We all love. Yeah, we definitely love that gift on here. So I have to throw that in there. I'm gonna go. Critics go 80.
Okay.
And fan favorites. People really do like those movies. So let's go 90.
90. All right.
For the Trolls. 80, 90. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be.
What you got? Uma B.
All right. Listen, Jurassic Park was.
Hey, let's go. Hey, they trying to catch up with you, girl.
When that first one came out and everybody saw those big dinosaurs moving.
No talking. Start scoring.
We got.
Okay.
You gotta hurt. You gotta score.
Dang. I gotta go again with 100. That I can't say anything topping that.
They trying to catch up.
Blake 88.
I see stalling over there. I'm gonna be.
All right, Masterpiece. What do you think?
I'm gonna say the critics gave it a 92, and that the audience gave it a 87.
Okay. 92-87. All right. So we got
Critics gave this movie a 91. The audience also gave this movie a 91, giving the point here to Masterpiece. Creature, what do you got for us, my brother?
I tell you what. How about we go with Forrest Gump?
Oh, my name, Forrest.
Forrest Gump.
All right. Did I spell Gump wrong?
It's on you, Masterpiece.
Forrest Gump. The critics gave this 85.
Okay. 85.
And the audience gave it a 95.
95. Winda.
I'm going to go. You know what? I'm going to go 90-90.
90-90. Okay. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna be no talking. Let's just do scores, okay?
Wow. Critics 95 and the Trolls 90.
All right. Okay. Everybody's pretty high on this. I like it. That's how y'all should be, to be honest. Just from experience. I'm just saying. You know. Just from
The
experience.
critics gave this movie a 71%. The audience gave this movie a 95%. Hitting the mark and get another point is Masterpiece. If anybody has a rose, if they can send it to Masterpiece, that'd be great. I just don't have enough in my tank right now.
I got it.
No. Masterpiece, but close enough.
Thank you,
All
boss
right.
man.
Here we go. It's getting close
Thank
now.
you.
Creature, what do we got?
All right. I tell you what. Let's go with let's change it up. Let's go. Y'all know Twister?
The movie about
Twister was one of the ones I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go Twister.
Bill Paxton. Oh.
It's on you, Masterpiece.
Oh, I think the critics critics were probably around like 80, 84.
84. All right.
Okay.
And the audience was down around like a 75.
75. Okay. All right. One die.
Let's go 83 and 79.
Wow.
83,
Talk about the
70.
Price is Right.
So
Gosh,
close
swear,
to
that's
mine.
close.
Mine is 87.78. 87.78. And I was like, dang, you're really close to mine.
87, 78. She got with the program on that one. I'm gonna be. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, this one could be tight, y'all. I'm telling you, it's definitely gonna be tight.
This one was decided by 6 points between the three of you. Critics gave this movie a 63%. The audience gave this a 58%, giving another point to Masterpiece. Here we go. This is the final movie, unless Masterpiece gets this next one right, because then we go into overtime. Masterpiece is down by 1 right now, which means that Winda is still in it. So if Winda gets 6 right in a row, she wins.
That's right.
So where everybody's still in this, what do you got for us, Creature?
I tell you what. Let's go. Y'all familiar with The Hills Have Eyes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Change it up a little bit.
Oh, you had to make it real weird at the end here. Awesome.
Yes, I did.
I live in Texas.
Now we're talking about the new one or the old one?
Owen.
Okay.
So 1977.
No, the newer one then. But it's
2006.
an older movie. Yes. 2006 one.
All
Yeah.
right, Masterpiece.
All right. Hills Has Eyes, the new one. Critics gave it 72.
What was your first number?
That was his first one, 72.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought he said
72.
something. I couldn't hear what he said at the beginning. Sorry.
Audience gave it 88.
All right, Uma.
Critics 65.
No, I'm sorry. Winda. I'm so sorry. Winda. I'm so sorry.
People I'm criticized. So let me see. Let's go 59 and 69.
59, 69.
Nice.
All right.
All right, I'm gonna go with 65 critics and then like 77 for the audience.
Okay. All right.
You said 69, 77?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, 65, 77.
65, 77.
65, okay.
Yeah. Wow, this one could be pretty tight. I'm just saying. This could be pretty tight. This looks good. I like this one. Telling you. Masterpiece. Can you come back? Can you come back and win this thing?
I'm trying.
The critics gave this movie a 52%.
Uh-oh.
The audience gave this movie a 58%. Now, getting the point, but not getting the victory, is Winda. Meaning that our first featured show winner is Umabi.
Congratulations, Umavi!
Oh my goodness, the comeback at the end.
That was a little.
Congrats.
Now, before we go anywhere, so everybody else, Winda, would you please like to let everybody know what you're doing on the app and what you have coming up and everything like that?
Sure. I have 3 shows on the app, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. My Monday is called The Chopping Block, and that is at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then my Friday is my Wednesday is my featured show called Friends Exposed at 8 p.m. Eastern. You get chopped. A lot of people get chopped on my show.
I've been chopped, I believe.
I think all 4 of you have been chopped at least once in this on my And then my Friday is called Wingo, which is my version of bingo, and that one is at 7 p.m. Eastern. On December 3rd, I think December 3rd or December 2nd is Saturday. My family, if anybody sees, I have my paws. My family's is called a pause. We're doing a paw crawl. We're going to actually go to different newer streams and show love and support so that we can start, bringing up some of the newer streamers on the app. So if anybody wants to join my family that day, it's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern. Just let me know. I'm going to put the flyer on IG. Give me at least one streamer that you would like us to go visit so I can add it to the list. It's only going to be for an hour, so I can't visit too many, but we want to at least, have the newer streamers know that we all can support everybody and not just our own family.
That's right.
So it's December 3rd pub crawl.
Yeah, it's a Saturday, whatever that Saturday is. Hold on, I'll tell you right now. December 2nd. It's December 2nd at 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you so much. Masterpiece. Same question I asked Window. What do you got going on?
I'm a new top badge. Got featured shows in the works, on the list, on their way. Just got to submit my level 100 gift, so that's exciting. Hopefully I'll hear back on that one.
Heck yeah!
And so I'm a daytime streamer. My stream's all about free game. We share information, wisdom, knowledge, and experience with each other to help level up off the app and on the app in the long run. You can catch me usually midday, mid-afternoon. I'm on sometimes at night, and I try to be on at least once every day, Sunday through Friday. Saturday is my off day. Unless I have an event or something, you won't find me on stream Saturday.
Guys, and also, I had the absolute pleasure of meeting Masterpiece in Arizona. We turned up. He was in the hotel room. We got weird. It was fun.
You said we got weird.
We did.
We're not featured anymore, people. So he can say whatever now.
Dang right.
It got weird. It got weird, huh?
Last.
There were panda masks involved.
There was a couple panda masks involved, some PAs, some microphones. It's the whole thing.
Oh my God.
But last, but not least, El Campeón Umabi. Congratulations, and please tell us what you have going on.
I have my first ever auction this Friday. I have been on this app for 3 years. I've never been in an auction, but now you can come to my auction. It's the Lotus Lounge Attitude of Gratitude. We start at 9. I'm going to be on at 10:30, and we're giving away gratitude boxes. So mine is a rainbow colored box. I have a box of goodies. I'm a spiritual person. So, candles, sage, incense. And then I'm also.
I thought that was chronic. I thought it was a bag of chronic. I was like, let's go. I'm in. Gosh.
I'm an Amazon best-selling author, so I'm autographing and giving it away. So hope you guys can come out to my auction, try to win the box, and I'm happy to mail this off to you guys. But thank you for having me.
That is incredible.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you, all of y'all. Thank y'all for just having a good time with us. We have such a great time doing this. We spent a lot of time trying to get it to where it's at. And we appreciate every single one of y'all that joins the show and comes and have a good time with us. Like that's what it's all about, Like everybody takes the app sometimes really to the extreme and doesn't really take in what it really is. But I'm gonna tell you, like me and this dude right here, like, well, I guess I need to point this way. Me and this dude right here, we have tried so hard. Like it, and we finally made it. Look, Ma, no hand. Look, Ma, no hand.
To really piggyback on what Creature said is this show. It's almost unfortunate that it has to be a game show because we have so much fun just sitting here hearing you guys talk about movies and having fun, like talking about the movies and stuff. I wish I didn't have to have points in here. We could just talk about movies, so that there doesn't have to be a winner on the show. Really, I would love for anybody is always welcome to come back on the show whenever they want.
Yes.
And it's more of just everybody here hanging out and really giving a lot of viewers opportunity to see, a different side of the streamers and be able to oh, they like these kind of movies and they like this kind of stuff. It's kind of cool. It really gives everybody an opportunity to really see everybody.
That's right.
And on that note,
I got you favorited, Masterpiece,
go ahead
and I had everybody else favored. So just letting you know, brother.
I'm going to go ahead and play out the outro song. If you guys like to stick around after, you're more than welcome to. But if not, I completely understand. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's Cinema Squad Game Show!
Boy, thank you for showing up, Wilf. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man.
Yay!
Thank you, bro. That was awesome.
Fucking did it, dude. We
That
fucking
was awesome,
did it.
man. Thank you for showing up, Wilf. I appreciate that.